Let's see if I could do it. Is it like okay? Anyway, folks. All right. This is Isaac David Brigmond. You know who I am. We'll do it like this to see what happens if it works. Might be a little better. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all that there's been a lot of things I've been worrying about. Like some people I know of having some issues, and then finding out more about it as time went on. And also, I having sinus issues, and plus I've been cleaning up some. And the cleaning up I was doing, it's caused me to basically interact with my sinus issues, and then I've had bad cold. And also the fact that I was going to promise y'all that at some point I'll show y'all the new coffee maker I talked about in a past video. And also, I'm going to Sunday night mention something that I'm going to try to do, and I won't mention what it is until Sunday night, because if you want to know the part 2 of what I'm talking about, then you got to find out Sunday night. Part 1 is just me telling you I'm going to do something. Part 2 will be when I do it, and then tell you about it that night or that evening. I ain't trying to mess you up. It's just if I promise you something and then I can't go through with my promise, so y'all get mad at me and be like, you couldn't even do that, man. Excuse my noises I'm doing. It's the sinus problems. But also, I just want y'all to know I love you and I respect y'all. But y'all got to understand that there's some people in this world that don't care about nothing but what they want and how they want it. And then you get in the middle of it and be like in trouble because you did something you weren't supposed to do. And you know what, folks? It ain't a bad thing to love people. It's just a bad thing to love them and then find out later they didn't care about you for nothing in the world. And if they don't care about you, what do you need to worry about? But I did try to get with someone, or I thought I was. You know, you saying you get with someone can also mean that you tried to get someone to do something. Which, yeah, I was trying to get a neighbor of mine who was also a friend of mine to go to church. But I guess they decided they didn't need to go to church. But you know how some men and women are. They don't want to do it. But I'll have to talk to y'all later. But I just want to let y'all know that, you know, I got some updates I'm going to do. And I'm going to talk more with y'all. But, you know, I've been noticing that my relationship with my mom and my friend who's also her boyfriend, it's all been going pretty well. I mean, the three of us been pretty tight lately, and it's because there's things that had to happen between the three of us to make us get closer. And I'm not a bad person by no means. I just do some things I wish I'd never done. And then I look back on it when I correct those things. I'm like, yes, I did it. I corrected them. Then I do it, and I feel good about myself. But you know how it goes with that mess. People get all mad and upset because you're not doing it a certain way. And then they say, well, if you had done it that way, would it have changed anything about yourself? I think it would have if I'd have just done certain things in my life like I'm doing now and going to do. If I'd done it that way before, I think I would have had a better lifestyle. But I didn't think about it until too late. And it gets on your nerves when you don't know what to say about it because you're too busy talking to yourself about the problems you got to even realize if you got the problems, what do you do about it? Solve them. If you can. If you can't, then what? Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, people, we got to get our problems straightened out. We can't go through life with them hanging over our heads, being there for us. And there's people out there believing right now that I'm not going to change certain things about myself. What I will, and I'm going to, and I have. You just have to keep watching and seeing what I do. Stop trying to tell me how I haven't changed none. And you got to pray for me that I get better, because you know I'm trying to be a good Christian man, and I'm trying to do better with my attitude. And I don't like the fact that, you know, I get sick like this and I have to feel bad about it, because, you know, I'm trying to be a good man, and I ain't trying to hurt nobody. Well, what's the deal with these people that'll sit there and talk about the candidates in a presidential election like they're something special when knowing they're trying to run for president? Yeah, but would you really want to sit there and talk about people like Donald Trump 24/7, knowing he don't even care about nothing hardly himself but himself, or to, if you got all these things going on where you got all these casinos and all these dirty buildings and places of ill repute, what in the world are you doing trying to run for president? Because most people don't want a guy like you. They want a guy that'll stand up and be a good Christian man. But if you don't want to do that, they ain't going to be voting for you. Most of them going to vote for Carson because he's more of a, I think it's Ben Carson, more for the fact that he's a good Christian dude. A lot of people like that more than they would someone like Trump. And I understand that, but what gets me is, why do you want to be the kind of person that'll sit there and make out like you think you got it going on because you are who you are? I've had problems in my life, but I don't think I'm special over it. I think I just got my issues, and I need to get them straightened out. And then all these commercials for Super Bowls makes no sense. Why you want to make such commercials for these Super Bowls when you don't care about the sports yourself? Or if you do care about them, why don't you show it? And all these people who look at you like you crazy because you said something about it. Like, oh, you don't like this, you don't like that. Well, what if I did or didn't? That's your business to get away from, and my business to get closer to. Like, if I don't like something, then that's on me, not you. That's what I mean by that. And y'all think it's funny that a guy don't like something, so you want to make something of it. Well, sorry, but that's just how he lives. If you don't like what he's doing, that's his business. You don't got to tell him what to do, but you think you do. You think you got to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do with their life just so you feel better about your own life. That's crazy. That don't do you no good. But anyhow, I better let y'all go. I took too much time. I just want to let you know I got some updates. And I'll explain these updates to you more as when the time comes for me to tell you. I just don't feel like it now because, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that'll tell you something today and tell you the whole details, and then tomorrow they couldn't even keep up with their promise on what they were saying because they didn't have nothing to talk about. So, if you don't have it to talk about, then don't bring it up, the way I see it. But that's how it goes. I'll talk to you later. Alright, bye.